Welcome to our Charlotte 49ers men's tennis preview. Ryan Rose with you, and of course we've got some of our men's tennis athletes on set. We've got head coach Billy Boykin back for his second season here for the 49ers. We've got our lone senior, Anthony Davison, Ant, if you will.
Yeah.
He's back for another run here. And then one of our large freshman class, Jack Williams, with us. And we'll talk about that young class here for the 2011-2012 season. Coach, let's rewind back a year to your first season here. You inherited a team that had a lot of upperclassmen, not a lot of youngsters on it, and you completely flipped that around this year. Obviously, graduation takes a few guys away, but let's kind of rewind back through that 8-16 year last year and a fifth place finish in the conference. I think you guys kind of finished stronger than you started last year. Let's talk about that last year.
Definitely, we lost, first of all, some great kids. Our seniors last year were terrific people, great student athletes, unbelievable in the classroom, had really good tennis careers, and we missed them, and we missed that leadership. There were some guys out there just on a daily basis you could really count on. Their experience. They were pretty well versed in the whole collegiate athletic experience at that point, and that was good for our younger guys. And now we have a totally different kind of team. We're very young. We'll have 9 players, 6 of whom are underclassmen, and 5 of those 6 are freshmen. So it's a different dynamic this year. I mean, it's fun because we have an infusion of new talent and energy, and that's it's exciting. But we're learning. We still have some things to learn, but we're working hard, and you try to focus on the things that you can control, and then the results and things will kind of take care of themselves. So we've got one senior in Ant here who's he's been a rock for us this year, and will continue to be. And I mean, we're coming through our fall season and entering into our championship segment, and we'll need Ant's leadership now really more than ever, and we know we'll be there. So.
I think back to when you first got here, and the guys that were ahead of you, and the guys you could learn from. I know it's an international game, tennis, but there's things you can pick from other players and kind of glean from them. Now when you get together in a huddle and you look around, you're the old man. You're the guy that a lot of these young guys are looking up to. How has that transition been for you?
I mean, it's still weird for me to be the old one. Like, we played Wake Forest last week, and just before the match, I was like, all right, guys, come around, and tried to do a little bit of an inspirational speech, and I don't know, it just felt kind of weird for me to be the one doing that. I'm just not used to that, so sure. I don't know, hopefully by the end of the year I'll be like 300, I'll be a little bit better at it, but right now I'm struggling a little bit. I like stutter and stuff now, but I'm okay,
It's an interesting dynamic, and that's, to me, is the fun of watching teams through the years, watching guys like yourself grow up and mature and become different people and kind of establish yourself. Jack, we've got a lot of young guys. More than half the team are freshmen, and that means freshmen are going to be out there playing for the 49ers. What sort of, after this first semester's whirlwind of university and things like that, what have you sort of seen from this team so far that excites you for this season?
I mean, I've already seen us mature more when we got here. Like, we were all ready to go, really excited, but we had no idea what we were doing. And then he's guiding us along the way. But I mean, as it's going, we get more mature, it's just a different game in college. So you got to be ready for that. And he's helping us a lot. All the upperclassmen are helping us get through this. And I think it's a good team. It's a good team to be on. You were young and inexperienced, but we're going to get that experience one day.
One good thing about you coming in here is that you brought a buddy. It was sort of the buddy system, right? Yeah. So we got a couple of freshmen that already had prior knowledge of each other. Let's talk about that relationship.
Well, me and Alex, we played doubles together for a couple of years before we came here, and we never really it wasn't the plan to come to the same school. It just kind of happened. But I mean, yeah, I knew him before going in. We're roommates, and we played several doubles tournaments, which we did well in, and we're excited to come here and play doubles, and we played doubles last semester. So who knows, we'll play doubles this semester, but it's just fun to have a guy, and there's always someone to hang out with.
There's no way you break that tandem up, at least early on, right?
They'll definitely see some match play together, for sure. And as we have, a pretty young dynamic, of course, we're going to try to get our upperclassmen involved in some of the doubles pairings. We have some things that we work on as a team, and we want to make sure that we're able to. We look at our doubles pairings as we want to be a kind of a series of equal parts, and we can kind of, because you never know if injury comes or sickness and those kinds of things, so you want to be able to kind of plug and play with different guys, and show some different formations, so to speak, in your doubles. And so we'll do a little bit of that, but definitely these guys they'll see some more time together for sure.
Now, the interesting thing about tennis, as you mentioned, are the championship portion of the season. You have a fall where you guys play a lot of tournaments, and the spring where you play just team versus team. You go to a conference tournament and things like that. Your fall was a little different than typical tennis falls. You guys took some of your competition dates and decided to play against teams. Now, those count towards the record. You finished the fall officially 4-0. What was the philosophy going into scheduling some team matches back in the fall?
Basically, just that we were such a young team. I wanted us to get a little bit of dual match play experience. We play so many individual tournaments, and those guys have been doing that for the bulk of their junior careers. They go and play in an individual tournament somewhere, and so I wanted them to get a feel for what's college tennis like. You're wearing the same uniforms. You're lined up side by side. You're rooting for your teammates. You're playing doubles. There is an overall winner and overall loser in terms of the team. And so I wanted those guys I wanted our freshmen to have that experience. And they responded. They played some really good tennis in the fall, and we're going to try to continue here in the spring. So.
I know, guys, at your level, you do play a lot of individual and some doubles tournaments, but I know in the U.S. the high school tennis is more like team kind of thing, where your individual score goes to a team score. And what is that difference like when you get and you play in a college match where number 2, number 3, number 4 playing beside you, you can stop between sets, or when your match is over and you've got a point for the team, you can go root that next guy on. I think it's pretty unique.
Yeah, that's an aspect of it which is really good. It's completely different to individual stuff where you're back in England when I was playing. It's all you're on your own court. You don't look over to the guy in the next court, the next match, and tell him to come on and give him a boost. Whereas here, if Jack's up or down, I'll be telling him I'll be into his match just as much as I'm into my match. I'll be giving him advice on points, telling him strategies and stuff. It's you're just in every match. I can be 6 courts down from someone and shout at them and just say pick yourself up or anything, and that's it's just completely different. It's more of a of course it's just completely team orientated, and it's a lot nicer than just playing on your own. And even if you're down in a match, you've just got people behind you. You can always make a bit of noise and get some energy going.
It's good to have some backup. What did you feel it, Jack, in the fall? I feel it when you go. If you go down to the new facility and watch these guys play, there's a collegial atmosphere to it. It's really neat. It's not like you're by yourself.
Oh yeah, and we're shouting chants, someone will shout 40 and everyone's going to go Niner, and it's just just pick yourself up. There's just a lot of energy, and that's also a battle on the court. As a team, the team with the most energy is also going to probably play better. More energy, you play better, and I think we do a good job of that. Obviously we always need work. It's never perfect, but I think against Wake Forest we were definitely had more energy than they did, and that's just half the battle.
You owe it to yourself to check these guys out. And oh, by the way, there is one really nice facility that is being finished up down there that by the time I think some of our home matches come to roost here, you're going to have a great place to watch. But when this thing opens up, with a scoreboard and all that stuff, it's a very collegial atmosphere. You should come down and check us out. If you need a schedule, get online, www.charlotte49ers.com. We'll keep you up to date with what these guys are doing this year. I wish we had another 15 minutes to talk about the new facility. I know they're showing clips of it right now, but I know you guys are excited. Good luck this season. You stay healthy, and let's get some good result down there. That's Billy Boykin, head coach, Charlotte 49ers men's tennis. Anthony Davison for his last go-around this year, the senior, and Jack Williams, another guy that we expect to see here for quite a few years to come. Thanks to those guys, and we'll see you after a short break. Stay with us.